This is so cool because I feel like I have like so much juice right now because I'm talking to the senior vice president of Albuquerque Studios.
Well, it's just words on a card. It doesn't
That's well, the good words though, the positive words.
Well, we're very excited to have you guys here today in this exciting event, and we're thrilled to be a part of it and be hosting it.
Well, and you've been here since the beginning of building this awesome. Are you telling me off camera that this is bigger than almost all the other studios in?
Yes, this stage here is bigger than most of the other stages in the world, actually. These are definitely world-class stages. The studios in LA, though some of them have more stages, I think if I remember right, Universal, Warner Brothers, and Sony each have one stage that's taller than the one we're sitting in right now.
So, I mean, and we have this right here in Albuquerque. Right in Albuquerque. Tell me about the thought process that went through you and your partners, or like the partners' heads when you wanted to actually build these.
Well, that's a good question because there's now 40 states around the United States and a large number of foreign countries, Canada, of course, the Canadian provinces, and Australia and New Zealand, offering some very generous tax incentives to bring film production into their states and countries. And New Mexico's got one of the best programs in the country, a 25% rebate that's very attractive to producers. It works, and they get it, and they're smart about it. So the first question was, were our clients attracted here? Because for us, it's really not a question of if you build it, they will come. It's sort of the opposite. It's if they're coming, we'll build it. We found a great desire to be bringing more and bigger productions to the state of New Mexico, but there were no facilities to do them in. And it seemed like the right place to be. Of course, it's conveniently located, 90-minute flight from LA, and we're only 7 minutes from the Sunport, so it's easy to get here.
So what do you think the biggest challenge was to building a awesome, because this studio is a success story here in Albuquerque. And like I said, I'm always fascinated at success stories because you really didn't know what was going to happen. You knew that the movies were thinking about.
No, when we built it and we opened it, it was empty. And, the studios are, hey, we'd love to come out there and film, but they're not going to book so far in advance that we would have the films lined up before we build. We had to build it and then actually get them out here. So our two biggest challenges, I would say there were two big challenges. The first challenge was actually convincing the what we call the major studios, the Warner Brothers and Sonys and Foxes and so forth of the world, that we had built a real studio out here and that they could do anything they could imagine out here. And they had to come see it with their own eyes. And when they saw it, they went, oh my God, look what you've done here.
They didn't believe you
even
when you first
even looking at the pictures, like, okay, those are nice pictures, but what is it? Come on, what have you really been? Come see. And they saw, and they were suitably impressed. And of course, the second challenge is that making sure that the crew base is here in New Mexico to support all those productions, because there were good crews growing organically over the 5 or 6 years between when the previous governor had passed the original film incentive program. When Governor Richardson came in 2003, he improved it and made it even better. And then we came along, opened in 2007 a few years later, so that growth had been going on for some time. But to really begin to serve those big productions like Terminator, like Book of Eli, which was here last year, and to do more of them at the same time, crew growth is really what's important. And the studios, they can't, if they bring people in with them from out of state, they're not getting that 25% incentive that's so attractive. So having people here who live in the state, are New Mexicans, and are working in this industry is what's very important. So one of our biggest challenges has been to support training and education as much as we can.
Well, and you're spearheading that, though. Like Albuquerque Studios is actually helping and like sponsoring that stuff.
We've provided a lot of space up here for the training programs. We've done a lot of safety training for the heights. I mean, even guys who are familiar with working with lights and electricity and all the other things that they've got to do for safety on a film set.
Walking up those stairs right there.
May not be as familiar with working 55 feet off the ground and all the safety involved in that. So we've had a lot of classes up here for that. I
try to stay on the ground.
Me too. I stay down here. We've worked closely with the technical college and CNM and the universities to help them design their training programs and to help them out any way we can, so that we're training local crews and helping local people find jobs in this industry.
So what do you see as the future of Albuquerque Studios, Albuquerque, and everything that this conference?
I see continued growth. This year, Movie Maker magazine just came out a few weeks ago, chose Albuquerque as the #1 city in the country to live and make movies. That is awesome.
That's
and the studio is a big part of that, but so too we're smart film liaisons like Ann Lerner, and a smartly designed program, as I discussed before, that works for the studios, and good crews. Those are all an important part of what makes this city work. We want to continue to build on that and grow it and stay #1.
Well, and what do you see as the future of the film industry in Albuquerque? And what do you, in your opinion, what is the future of the film industry? Actually?
Well, the future is, there's going to be a lot more production going on here, and I hope to see more shows originating here, more independents being developed here, and local filmmakers doing their work and taking that same support and keeping those local crews busy, and showing us not only what New Mexico can do technically, but creatively as well. Let's see New Mexico filmmakers and what they've got to offer the world. We're excited to see it.
Matt, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm
Great
so
having
glad
you
to
guys
have met
here.
you
Thanks so much for coming.
and get this. I just love this facility, so I'm excited to see and meet somebody that actually had a hand in making this so successful.
Thank you.
And thank you so much again.
It's our pleasure to be here.